The how about shutting up Ladygate generated controversy has already run out of steam. The Augusta County School Board voting Thursday night 5-1 to reprimand Chairman Nick Collins for his outburst in an October 16th candidates forum. But that was it, just a reprimand here. Chris Graham for Augusta Free Press. Collins told the news leader after the meeting, "It tells me they're disappointed in my performance." That's it. That's all a reprimand does. It's basically nothing, and which was what was warranted. If even a nothing burger reprimand was warranted, that is, given what went down at the forum, which was sponsored by the news leader and Victory Worship Center. A report on the forum offered that an unidentified woman and a man seated next to her had been directing comments at Collins throughout the forum, to the point that the event's moderator stopped the forum several times to ask members of the audience to show respect for the candidates as they were speaking. Collins, being human, more and more frustrated as this nonsense played out, finally lost control towards the end of the forum. "How about shutting up, lady?" he thundered in the direction of the two. The woman continued to speak until a sheriff's deputy intervened to restore order. Now, the school board vote on Thursday came in a special meeting held ahead of the board's regularly scheduled meeting. It was originally scheduled to be a closed meeting, but Collins insisted on it being open. And so credit to him for that. He'd been under pressure to step down from his role as chairman by people who were just seizing upon this, who don't like him. This was no reason for him to step down from his role as chairman. Some of these folks are pressing for him to resign his seat in general. He's running for re-election this year. He's refused to do any of that. He also refused to apologize for the outburst, which he probably should have apologized for the outburst. He said in the meeting he should have used a different choice of words to deal with his frustration. We can understand the frustration. I don't think there's anybody that can understand. If you're in a forum, I've been on both sides of a forum. I ran for city council in Waynesboro way back in the day, 2008. Seems like forever ago. That's 15 years. That is a long time. And I've also, so I was in forums in that context as a participant, as a candidate. And then I've been a participant in another way of Augusta Free Press in years since. It's been a while, but we've sponsored candidate forums. I've been a moderator for Waynesboro City Council candidate forums. There was a Augusta County Board of Supervisors forum, a 6th District Democratic Congressional Candidates Forum a few years ago. So we've done a little bit of that as well. So I've been on both sides of this. And I will have to say, I don't remember in any of those where audience participation got to the level that it did in this one with people yelling at the participants, including and specifically Nick Collins, over and over and over. And it does seem like the people in charge of the forum, the moderator, I mean, it's hard. I understand as a moderator, it's hard, but at some point you gotta restore order. And so it can be frustrating. 2 of the 5 school board members who voted to reprimand Collins expressed sentiments that what went down wasn't all his fault. John Ward said he felt an apology was due from those who sponsored the forum without establishing boundaries to control during the meeting. And David Shiflett feels the blame for what happened needs to be shared by Collins and the woman. He said, quote, "It's a sad commentary on our society when we cannot have a civil discussion. I think the public has a certain responsibility to at least be civil and allow people to speak." I don't know that we're going to get back to that level. Discourse is what it is since 2015, 2016, due to a certain man named Donald Trump breaking the rules of and the norms of how we do discourse in the United States. And so that toothpaste is out of the tube. But this whole controversy, generated as it was, will now recede. The elections are next week, and we'll hope for sanity to prevail in Augusta County next Tuesday, and we'll see how that goes. If you have any questions for me, any comments, anything you want me to address mailbag wise, please email me at chris@augustafreepress.com.